All right. We're here. We did it. I think we're set up correctly. I don't know. Sure. Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are, whenever you are. Hi. I'm a practical eccentric and I'm here for Dreamlight Valley. And I'm feeling all right this week. It's the overwhelm is starting to creep in. It's taken a little bit longer than normal, but it's finally here. Like, I knew it was coming. It's a mixed bag, you know. It's one of those things where it's like I'm excited to do all the things, and then also like, oh, there's a lot. So let's go ahead and start with the quote of the night, because it pertains to all of it. So, ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again. Fail again. Fail better. And that's from Samuel Beckett. So, I was trying to think about like what quotes and like how I've been feeling all week, and the fact that overwhelm is starting to creep in. And I think part of the fact that it's the overwhelm has started to creep in is because I hit a hard wall this week. Now, holiday season is already in full swing for us. We've already made it through 3 of our biggest holidays, 2 birthdays and an anniversary, but we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holidays to go. We have at least, well, and then another birthday that's, you know, we make effort for it, but it's not like a big to do. But the other birthday is my oldest son's birthday, and that's coming up here pretty quick at the beginning of November. And then we have Thanksgiving, and we have Halloween, and we have Christmas, and we have New Year's, and all of that. And then, of course, all of the stuff that goes on with the schools. There's going to be like performances, and parent-teacher conferences are occurring right now, and like just a lot's happening at once. And you know, I always expect to start to feel overwhelmed because it's like there might be things around each of those holidays / event type things. And so this weekend we're planning on doing most of our Halloween celebration stuff. And I remember thinking at the beginning of the month, ooh, that looks like fun. Ooh, that looks like cool. Like, I know about that already. Cool, great, great. And then last weekend happened. We didn't really do much. And then I realized, I don't know, 2 days ago or something, I'm like, oh crap, all of it has to happen this weekend. That's a lot to cram into the weekend. So it's like, I felt like maybe I had coasted a little bit too much and really hadn't thought out the nitty gritty. And now that I've thought out the nitty gritty, I'm like, ah. And then my son's birthday's in the middle of the week, and I'm like, we could do the weekend before your birthday, or we could do the weekend after your birthday. Before your birthday would be really stressful because if we're planning on doing a bunch of holiday stuff, Halloween stuff on the weekend, this weekend, the next weekend would be your birthday weekend, and that would be a lot to do back to back, especially with a lot of cleaning. If we have a sleepover, we need to invite people, like all of this stuff. So I was like, mentioning it to him, is like, oh, I was thinking about the weekend after my birthday. And I'm like, oh, that'd be great, because that would give me a whole weekend in between Halloween stuff and birthday stuff to really address the house and not have to feel like I'm rushed. And then I mentioned it to him this morning. He's like, no, I was thinking about the weekend before my birthday. And I was like, I'm going to lose my damn mind. So we worked it out later. And I was like, it would really help me out if you would let me have that little kind of break in between the 2 big weekends. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, man, but like, seriously, it would be great, because then we can make sure and really not, because we'd have like maybe 4 after work evenings to get like the house shaped up enough to have a sleepover with 3 teenagers. Which I'm just like, I know that's not a lot, but like when you're not used to it yet, like it would be like the first, like last year we did, and they were kind of subdued, but like it's just a lot to mentally prepare for and then to prepare the house for. And so we worked it out. We're going to take a break in between, but it's still just like, it started to creep in on me. And part of, I think it was that I hit this brick wall with YouTube. And I'm small, I'm not doing a lot, like it's fine, but I get stressed out and anxious about a lot of like the tech side of things or things that I don't understand. And so when I hit a wall that I don't understand, it makes me go, oh crap, what am I doing wrong? I don't even know where to start to fix it. And when I do start to look at stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what half this stuff means, or I feel like I'm doing the things, but they don't seem to be working correctly. I don't even understand. And then I, go down many rabbit holes and I'm not even sure if they're solving my problems. And then I'm not sure where to like start to like troubleshoot. And I've tried a couple things. They haven't worked out. So I'm trying a couple more things. I'm not sure if they're going to work out. I'm going to try, if these things don't work that I'm trying now, I feel like I know what I might try for the next attempts, but like, it's so daunting sometimes, and it starts to make me shut down. And I feel like that's what's happened to me this week. It's like I've just mentally started to shut down, and part of it's all the real world stuff, and part of it's the content creation stuff. And it's like happening at the same time. And it's just like, oh, I want to turn into like a hermit and just suck myself like in mentally and just not even think about trying things. And then there's another part of me that's like, you can methodically go through things and try things. And like, you don't have to apply everything you've dug into all at once. You can just be like, well, maybe it's this. The other factor is that it takes time to see if the thing you change, the thing you tweak, the thing you try is actually going to work. And when it doesn't work, then that keeps that anxiety ball rolling of like, oh shit, what do I do now? Why that didn't work, And so, but you have to wait to see if it doesn't work. Anyway, it's a lot, but it's okay. I know it won't last forever. I know that eventually I will figure out some things. But yeah, hitting a brick wall and feeling like you're failing at something sucks, especially when you're not quite sure how to fix it. And then troubleshooting how to fix it, and then you're teaching yourself, and then you don't, like, there are things you don't know, and then you know that there's things that you don't know, but you know that you don't know things yet. Anyway, it's a whole thing. And then if you're an overthinker like me, it can start like that stress going on. So I'm working through it. I know I can trust the process, but I'm still in the failing stages at the moment. And I'll feel better once I've gotten through them and figured out something that works to fix it. But I have to trust right now. I don't have immediate results, and that's okay. It's okay. It's all okay. I'll survive it. But Dreamlight Valley is a great distraction. So let's distract our brains, shall we? I've done a couple of days this week on this, so I've gotten some points, but I haven't been able to spend a ton of time. So I haven't gotten Tiana fully to level 10 yet. I haven't spent any time with Jafar, and I just gifted Timon presents this morning. They got him to level 2, so now I think I made him a fisher, because I try to keep my characters balanced. So I think the only thing I am short of a companion on right now is gardening. But I'm kind of holding out hope that they're going to add Sally. There's a showcase, I think is what they're calling it, on the 29th. So to tune in for a live stream or a live something. Usually those live streams or premieres, I don't know. It's not like an interactive thing. It's usually like hey, this is when we're telling you about the new thing. And I'm assuming it's more roadmap because we're getting near the end of the old roadmap. And I'm looking forward to that because there's surely something coming after this star path before the end of the year if they keep consistent like they've been with all of their other content updates. So I'm looking forward to that. But that means I really need to work on Star Path. I need to go get somebody to hang out with. So let's see who is close to me. Pumbaa's close to me. Timon is close to me. I kind of want to focus on either Tiana or Jafar. So there is Tiana. She is hoofing it, running away from me. I put my new house up. I realized I hadn't actually changed it after I got super excited and bought it. So, anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. All things considered, I'm doing well. But, like, the overwhelm is just starting to creep in like I knew it would. So I just kind of gotta maintain my sanity. Where's this going? Up there? I didn't see her up there, but apparently this little glowy thing knows. She was running down here, and now she's not down here. Where is she? There she is. I love these wings. I love them. There's such a big, bright community here. It just feels, or it feels just like home. Let's hang out. And maybe we can gather some ingredients while we're out and about. Well, I do need to pick some blueberries. Ooh, hello. And I feel like I should spend time scouring. But, oh, you know what I realized I don't have going on is music. Oh. It's like, it sounds very quiet. Do I actually want to spend time doing that? I don't want to spend time doing that. We'll go over here and we'll pick a bunch of things. Ooh. Oh, hello. Apparently she multiplied some stuff at one point or another. So yes, the first quarter has ended, and my older child, although the last 2 weeks were super stressful because he had a bunch of work he had screwed around and not turned in, got it all turned in, and actually turned in one of the best report cards he's had in his life. For those who have not hung out with me before, my son is not super academically inclined. He's super smart, but he just doesn't learn in very traditional ways. Like, he's not going to sit down and follow all the directions and read all the things and stuff. He's very, very hands-on. He likes to learn by doing. And so that can be challenging when it's like, here, do this worksheet and read this chapter and take this quiz. He tests very well. But like regular work, he doesn't do time management stuff very well. He needs to have tactile things going on. He likes listening to music while he's working, which is great, but sometimes the teachers don't allow that. That kind of thing. And so, and he gets bored. He gets bored with a lot of like traditional classroom setting type things. So it's been a challenge. Because, like, all of his teachers, like, I can tell he's smart. Like, he speaks very well, and he's very respectful, but he gets distracted, and he, you know, screws around, and he likes to joke and talk and things like that, which, honestly, I don't know how many of my elementary school report cards were, like, talks too much. So I can relate to that kind of thing. But, yes, he did buckle down, even though it was a stressful 2 weeks of the end of the quarter, and turned in one of his best report card. Well, his best report card ever. And I'm like, you know, if this is where you're starting this year, and you know, we can establish some new routines for you, like, it should be pretty good, and it should get easier for you, because that's the thing, is like, he can procrastinate and turn in a bunch of work right at the end and get really good grades out of it. And it's like, but then we go through all this freaking stress for it. You know, you could do this without all the stress, right? So I feel like we're approaching that. And there were a couple of his teachers, new teachers for him this year, that obviously were like, oh, I get that. Or, oh yeah, if I just do this, he's totally fine. Like, he usually struggles with language arts, and yeah, his teacher's like, oh yeah, if I'm just like this with him, he's totally fine, gets everything done. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks for recognizing that about my kid. Like, it's nice to know that you see that and understand it and can work with that, you know? Because, you know, much like the students, all the teachers are different people too, you know? So when you get one of those teachers that get your kid, it's really nice. Like, he's had a couple of them in his life, but, you know, he still has to learn to work with the teachers that are different than how he works, because that's just part of, like, being with people in the world. Not everyone's going to function the same way you do. But it is nice having a teacher that gets you.
How's it going?
You learn something from the ones you get along really well with, and you learn stuff from the ones you don't. Like, oh, I almost forget that I can just click and hold half the time because I spent so long not doing it. Oh, but I didn't get the thing yet, right? How many more? 5 more. Anyway. Mine for shinies. I want to do that on the other side. Should I just go ahead and take care of the boutique thing with Daisy? See, this is why I'm thinking of scouring, is because I need to pluck some dark blooms. Catch fish somewhere dazzling. Well, let's go up and take care of the thing with Daisy. I don't think I've been in Scrooge's shop today. Did I not go in Scrooge's shop today? I don't remember this little... It looks like a karaoke machine to me. Is that not what that is? But like out of Monsters, Inc. Because it's kind of monster shaped. The other way I can tell I'm getting overwhelmed is that I'd like to do some creative stuff, because I've kind of taken a long break from doing any of my creative stuff. And every time I think about doing it, I get overwhelmed by all the possibilities, and I feel like I want to start something new and not work on any of the 15 projects I've actively got going on right now. And that is a sure sign of overwhelm. And like, because I'm setting myself up for not picking anything. And that's usually when I know I'm starting to feel like overwhelmed. Like, I want to do things, but I just can't decide. So, we'll see. We'll see if I pick up anything creative here in the next couple of weeks.
Hello.
The other problem is that it's going to start getting colder here, although we've been going through a bit of a warm spell where I am. And if it gets too cold and my art space is in the garage, like I won't want to hang out there for extended periods of time. What the heck is that? A cloudy island. Okay. Okay, there we go.
There's a lot about this valley that reminds me of home.
All right. What did I do this morning? Oh, I did... Oh, spooky speaker. Okay. So not necessarily a karaoke machine, but that's why it made me think of one, because it's actually a speaker. And it was Monsters, Inc. Look at me knowing the aesthetic of certain movies. Ooh, that's cute. Look at that. I did mostly gardening this morning because I was trying to get a concentrated experience boost to Tiana, but it didn't make a huge dent in what she needs. She's on 9. She's on level 9. And I just need her to get to level 10. Aye.
Time is money.
You know, all this basic stuff, I keep feeling I've got to have that variant. I have so many variants of that, and then I don't. And it's another, like, I have a lot of these round tables.
Whoa!
But apparently not that one.
I'm here. We're kind of a...
Okay. I have that. I have this. I have that. Ooh, another carpet. It doesn't look very... It looks like olive green in this light. But yeah, there's 3, maybe 4 Halloween-related things that we want to do this weekend. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be 5. There's one that I feel like if we go and it sucks, we're going to go do something else. But I'm kind of hoping it doesn't suck so I don't have to... So we don't have to book it to another place. But it's on Saturday night. Or Saturday... Yeah, evening. It's not like night, but... We're going out tomorrow night.
Hope you have a
And
boomerang in there.
then... And no, none of those. Okay. And then there's like a trunk or treat or 2 that we could hit on Sunday. So I did my youngest trunk or treat yesterday at his school. All right. And they already probably have enough candy, but I don't mind hitting multiple ones just because that way they get to wear their costumes several times out in the world. Because that's more fun. Okay. What's the challenge today? Design something that uses neckwear, rugs, dining room, red, calm, and lavish. All right, well, let's go up here and see, because I've just been kind of trying to repurpose. Oh, no, that's not what I want. I want... How do I just activate it? Do I have to edit an outfit? Oh, no. That's not what I meant to do. How do I do it like this? Yes. I forgot. What is going... Oh, those are all the new things. Okay, that's not what I want to do either. I want... Isn't there usually a button for her boutique? Is it... I feel like there's usually a button that, like, narrows it based on her stuff. Well, poo. Or is it in here? No. Because it's kind of like the Dream Snaps thing, right? Where usually you can... There's a button to, like, narrow it. Oh. Okay, fine. So I need... red. Y. Red. Apply. And then... we'll do rugs. Is there a red? Okay. And then we'll do reset. And then we'll go dining room. Apply. I don't want it to be rugs. I want it to be all, I guess. Doesn't even really matter. I'm not super invested in making it cute or anything. So now I need something. Ugh, I really did not want to change this outfit. I liked having my Jack outfit. Nope. Also not it. Think, woman. See, this is what happens when overwhelm starts to take over, like, my entire functioning. Like, I can't function. Okay, so let's do red. Apply. Now let's do tops, maybe. How about just a polo? I don't like any of it. We could do a pride shirt. That's kind of cute. No, I don't have to change too much. I didn't like how the jacket looked with the polo at first. Edit. There. Where that? That should be everything, right? Yeah. We'll just keep it super simple. Just leave a bunch of crap up that I don't care about. Alright, completed the challenge. Perfect. Now I don't have to think about it. Dig for pottery material. Well, that's clay. Is there any place to dig for clay over in Eternity Isle? I might have to take this off. It's cozy and warm, which is why I like wearing it. It also belonged to my grandma, so like half the buttons are missing on it, and I don't give a shit because it was my grandma's. But it does get pretty hot. All right. Dazzle Beach. Let me look and see. Oh, well. Let me look and see if clay... Oh, hold on. Let's make these notifications go away. There we go. Let's see. Is that crafting? It's not. Okay, that's refined materials. So is it foraging? Okay. Glade of Trust, Sunlit Plateau, and the Forgotten Lands. So not an Eternity Isle. Oh wait, you know what? Sometimes they're really weird about what they'll show in which menus. Okay, so it's not here. Okay. Well, if we're not digging for clay yet, going fishing, mining for shinies, I'm going to do that over there. Okay. All right, so I don't want to wear a pride shirt. If I do wear a pride shirt, I want to wear a different pride shirt. I wonder what the pride shirt would look like. Well, let's see, that would be pink. That would be this one. It's cute. Do I want to wear that right now? Do I like it better than my... I can wear it for a little while. Alright. I like that they include multiple types of pride shirts. Because a lot of times you'll get just the rainbow.
I want Bill to be happy.
Okay. Why did I come up here? I came up here to drop off these flowers. That's why I came up here. And also to clear Beast's stall. Boop, boop. All right. All right, let's go fishing. as we glide around. Forever. It's a glide forever. Have we watched anything? I feel like we haven't watched anything. I'm probably not going to be here on Sunday. If I am here on Sunday, it might be a short stream. One of the Halloween things we're going to do is probably I think it starts at 1. And honestly, I thought it was only for like an hour, but it looks like it might be 2 hours. So we might go a little bit later, but I'm not sure. Depends on how things go that day. But, I have not put it in my schedule panel on Twitch yet. Because I'm just not sure. But I will update it if, you know, Sunday comes and we make decisions. Like, it could all depend on how I wake up that morning. Like, if I wake up that morning and I'm like, I don't have the energy because we did stuff on Friday night and Saturday night and carved our pumpkins on Saturday day, and, you know, if I'm just like, I need to go into full hibernate mode until we deal with the rest of the Halloween stuff on Sunday. Or I could wake up on Sunday and be like, I'm super jazzed about all things going on, or I ain't going to anything else, so I just want to sit in a room by myself and play video games and yammer into a microphone. Like, all of these are possibilities, and so I might as well just kind of lay the foundation of there's a possibility that I won't be here on Sunday, but I will update my panels like I always do. So it'd be nice to feel like energized. It's just so hard to know. Family things are tough. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, and super in it and can keep going like the Energizer Bunny. And then other times I'm like 5 minutes in and I'm like, I hate life. I just want to go home. Like last night's trunk or treat, totally fine. Everything went really well. Kids had a great time. My husband was in a decent mood. You know, like, people weren't being jerky. Like, sometimes when you go with, there's a bunch of parents and kids, you know, you'll inevitably get, like, really rude or jerk people. And everyone was really pleasant last night. So it was like, yay, this was nice, you know? Like, we weren't out for terribly long, and it wasn't super complicated or, like, you know, it's not like a festival where you're walking through a crowd trying to, like, swim upstream and get to the next thing and wait in line and all of that, but still, there's always the potential with large groups of people for it to get annoying or frustrating. Oh, excuse me. Or feel like people are just going to be rude all the time.
It's nice having so many friends here.
Sounds like there might be an intense conversation happening. Hello, Tiana. I bet you're not gaining very much experience from this, but I need to do this fishing. Technically, I could stand in one place and just fish there, which I'm going to do once the bubbles run out, which is now, apparently. Because although I will catch some seaweed, I should also catch fish. And I never mind catching seaweed because not only does it make fiber, but isn't it like fiber, rope, fabric? Like, it's like a chain of crafting things. So it is nice getting seaweed because I don't spend a ton of time fishing, and I don't get a ton of it through Moana's boat. And inevitably, new star paths and new quests and new characters come out, and they eventually want something that involves one of those things, rope or fiber or something. And so I end up using up my supply. So any supply I can get is probably good. Mm. I wonder how many fish I've already caught. I have not been keeping any kind of track. If I catch 3 seaweed in a row, I'll move. Okay. Only 2. 2 in a row. And my other kid, his grades, it's like all of his grades are great except for the ones that are focused on like listens to instructions and completes all his work and has enthusiasm about school. And it's just like, yeah, he's not excited about the structure of school either, because he's the kind of person that he will get fixated on something and then he will learn everything he possibly can. Like, he could probably tell you the entire history of Mario, because he got into Mario at one point. He learned all of the world's flags at one point. He learned all about the solar system and related, like, outside of our galaxy, not galaxy, but outside of our solar system. Like, he learned so much about that because he just decided he wanted to know. And it's like, we're trying to figure out how to balance what he has to do for school with, like, not killing his, you know, desire to want to deep dive on certain subjects. So it'll be interesting to see what his teacher comes up with, because we talked about that today, where she's like, I'm gonna have to make a special plan for him because he's obviously bored and he needs something to challenge him, and he needs some kind of reward that matters, and it can't be like treats or candy, or not treats or candy because those are kind of the same thing, like toys or something like that. And it can't also make other kids feel like crap. But like, he likes sharing information he has learned. So she was talking about, you know, if you complete your work, and for some people this does not sound like a reward, but it's like, I think if you got to try it out, he could do presentations because he likes like sharing information. And he likes really digging into like the history of stuff. And so if he does all of his work, he could create a little slideshow and present like the history of, he's obsessed with Roblox right now, but like he could, like, if he could pick an animal he really likes or something like that, and where he could just research all he can and create like a little presentation and then share it with the class. Like, that could be something that could help motivate him, like a different kind of reward. And I think if he tries it and it works, he'll actually really like it, because he really does like to show off all the things that he knows. He will give a dissertation to himself about the history of different things. And, yeah. So, like, everything is great, except for the fact that he just does not want to do the work he's being given right now. Give an elemental force of nature her favorite gifts. Would that be Elsa? It's the only elemental force of nature I can think of. I don't think anybody else would be really talked about in that same way. Maybe Ursula, but I don't think they'd talk to her. Describe her like that. So, well, I guess I should have done that. What does Elsa want? What do you want? Sweet udon, pan-fried anglerfish, and a yellow pitcher plant. Well, aren't you a greedy person right now? All right. Now, let's go up here. And let's go over here. Hey, Pumbaa. And let's go... I don't know if I know the recipe for sweet udon. What did I come up here for? I think I passed where I wanted to go. Pan-fried anglerfish. Do I know that recipe already? Maybe. Yes. Do I know sweet udon, though? I do not. Well. Nope. All right. How many how many ingredients is it? It is 4 ingredients. So let us look up sweet udon recipe. Not Dreamlight Valley. I don't want spoilers for that. It's Disney Dreamlight. No. Sweet miso udon. Tofu chili sauce. Cabbage. All right, so there's a couple things I need to know before we start testing recipes for this. I need to not be at this particular station because... Nope, I do not want that. Because I need Remy as feedback. Okay. Is it Dreamlight Valley? It is. So this recipe I see that has cabbage in it will not be it because cabbage came with Eternity Island, not Dreamlight Valley. So it can't be in there. All right. 1 bowl shoyu udon. Soy sauce noodles. Okay. It looks yummy. I'm glad I'm not hungry right now. So, what starch is udon made of? Is it wheat? Tapioca starch. Wheat flour. Okay. However, potato or cornstarch. Okay, but it does say wheat. Oh, tapioca starch is to add to it. Okay, so that's cool. So, give me the ingredients. Man, I swear. Sometimes getting to the actual recipe on some of these things, like, I don't need to read your 3-week journey to figure out this recipe. I just need the recipe, please. Okay, this says rice vinegar or other vinegar, soy sauce, the noodles. Oh, this is just the condiments. Maple syrup, sesame. Where is the actual... Oh, you just... Okay. Yaki udon. Sweet and spicy udon. Vegetables, mushrooms. Mushrooms might be the thing. We don't have something to make. I mean, would soya count for this? Okay, well, let's start with wheat. Let's add soya, maybe? Cabbage, no. Mushrooms and onion? No. What else am I seeing? I'm seeing garlic. I'm seeing oyster sauce. Garlic. So is it possible that there's oyster in there? No, he is not happy about that. Okay. There's carrots in this recipe. Carrots? Nope. I'm really not sure about the soya. Okay, so that... What else can go into? I see an egg. I see broccoli. I see corn. Well, did we actually look at what it looks like? Not that that will help us. It's like a red. Yeah. Broccoli, corn, eggs, rice vinegar. I feel like this is one of those meals where there's such a broad spectrum of choices to be made that that it could be just one of like 15 different combinations. Well, I mean, like, and each slot could be like this soya could be completely wrong. I don't know. I feel like this one might be one. I feel like I've tried to make this one before too, and just like there's a rice vinegar. Yeah, he's really not happy about that. Garlic, no. But like this recipe is vastly different than the first recipe and the second recipe. There's like maybe a couple, like obviously the udon is standard because it's udon. But then this one has mushrooms, which is the same as the other one. But then there's broccoli. Neither of the other ones had that. Or corn. One of them had carrots. Green onion. Eggs. This is the first one to have eggs. Like, I just feel like it's one of those udon is the base. I'm just gonna do it. It's not gonna be right. Yeah, those are dumplings. But like the variations to make it are gonna be wildly different. Oh yeah. Oh no, never have gotten that. Never, never, never. Yeah, I would never have gotten this. Well, that's why we look it up, because I would never have gotten it. All right. So, the ingredients are Dreamlight fruit, rice, any seafood, and any sweet. Never, never, never. Like, I might have put sugar in for the sweets. I don't think I would have ever put the Dreamlight fruit in there. Maybe if this was one of the... I feel like there might have been some recipes that got opened up when the Dreamlight fruit were added. And if I had registered... Like, if I'd been actively working on recipes when that happened, I might have thought, oh, that got added when the Dreamlight fruit got added. But it's been so long now, I would never have thought of that. I don't know if I would have ever stopped trying to use wheat. because that's what the noodles are made out of. They're not a rice noodle. Because honestly, I love rice noodles. That's one of my favorite like things about Asian cuisine is all the cellophane and rice noodles. I know there's like, ugh, those, I just love them. Anyway, so I don't think I would have even gotten away from the wheat. So there you have it. A recipe I never would have done. There was something else she wanted. What else did she want? Yellow pitcher plant. Oh, it's Mike. At first I was like, who is hunched in the corner there? Because he's just like a little green ball. I don't know if I have any pitcher plants over here unless I go to my house.
So, can you help me out or what?
No, you can wait. I don't feel like talking to you right now, Timon.
I just love what you've done with
I love catching beasts smelling flowers. It's so cute. And none of those are what I need. None of those are what I need. I figured I didn't have any over here, but that's okay. Is Elsa up here? Oh. Hey, chicky chicky.
Uh-huh.
I have something to give you. You may have that. Greedy.
Oh.
And you can have that. Since I now know how to make it for you. All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm gonna go see if I can get more blueberries. Ugh, digging. All right. It's fine, it's fine. I could get Pumbaa and go digging. Then I would need to trigger his quest.
You just weren't meant to.
Not you, Timon. Five-star starter. Excellent. Tiana. Are you just slow, or am I just going faster than I need to? Or faster than you can go? Come on. There you go. Good job. Good job, Cookie. Okay. 5-star starter. Well, I have a go-to for that. I have this. Alright. I am looking forward to doing some Halloween stuff. I'm still on the fence. I've kind of hit the point of no return of getting some new decorations for this year. Usually we have a budget for new decorations, but I kind of silently resigned myself to not getting anything new because some plans for that fell apart last weekend. And this whole week I've been like, well, maybe I should go ahead and get some stuff for next year. Like maybe if I wait until stuff starts to go on sale, maybe I could scoop up some stuff. Is that enough? Yes. And I still might, but then there's another part of me that's like, well, maybe we'll splurge a little bit more on getting to go out and do stuff. Perch in the forest. All right. Actually, you know what? First of all, where are you, Remy? All right, I'm gonna talk to you.
Hello.
Bonjour. Bon appetit. Fairy godmother. I have another Chez Remy order for you. Yes, yes. Today's customer is the fairy godmother. Even though she could use magic, she could magic these up herself. She told me hers never tastes quite as good as what we make. Reading is apparently going to be difficult for me this evening. Okay. Today, she asked for some desserts. I wonder who they're for. The fairy godmother doesn't usually ask for things for herself. What do you say? Are you up to the challenge? Let's do it. Great. Good luck, Lilith. I know you've got this. And remember to come visit me once you're done delivering your order. I'll have some wrought iron waiting for you. Yay. What? What does she want? Just cook desserts?
I wonder who the ruler of this valley
I mean, do they have to be a specific type of dessert, or can we just, like, really half-ass this? Because if we can really half-ass this, I'm just gonna make her a freaking berry salad. Not a berry salad. There's a fruit salad. Can I just half-ass it and just make her a fruit salad? Yep. Alright, well, do I have a ton of something? 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. You just half-ass it. Where is she? Alright, Simone.
missed me, huh?
Late night snack. Let's hang out.
Great.
Okay. And then, where is Fairy Godmother? There she is. Because they're asking me to fish, and Timone's a fisher, so I might as well make that work out. Hey, you. Oh, Lilith, these desserts look scrumptious. I'm sure Ursula will be most pleased with them. Ursula, or are you and Ursula friends? Or I hope you didn't get sucked into a deal with her. The second one. I'll simply say that I'm hoping one day Ursula will see that a friend is a wonderful thing to be. You see, she was telling me the other day how unappreciated she feels. And how sure she is that no one ever does an act of kindness for another without wanting something in return. I'm hoping this will show her that's simply not true. How thoughtful, or I'm sure Ursula will appreciate it, or you're wasting your time trying to be nice to her. How thoughtful. How thoughtful. That's kind of you to say. Now off you go. Don't delay. Show Ursula that kindness is always the way. Boop.
You've been so helpful.
Oh. Apparently I go bring it to you.
Come here, my child.
You can have that. Give. Oh. Oh, there we go. Give. Well, well, these desserts look better than anything Triton ever served at the palace. Are you looking to trade something for them? Nope, they're a gift from the fairy godmother. She wanted to show she appreciates you for being you, or she wanted to prove that people can give without expecting something in return. The first one. Ugh, that goody two-shoes. She's not doing this out of kindness. She's trying to one-up me after our little argument. For the low price of some paltry desserts, the fairy godmother gets to feel superior. I'll enjoy these desserts almost as much as I'll enjoy knowing I was right. Take it from me, dearie. There's no such thing as a selfless good deed.
Oh, someone's on a
You know, there is a snippet of truth in that, where the fairy godmother, while her intentions might be friendly and positive, there is a level of, she does get to prove she's right, even if it's not necessarily like, heh heh heh. You know what I mean? And I don't agree that there's no such thing as a selfless good act, but like a lot of things that people will say are selfless good acts end up being at least a little bit self-serving, even if it's just to feel good about yourself for doing the right thing or something to help somebody. Like there is still a, well, I was a good person for doing that kind of feeling involved. So I feel like I've seen that argument in like television shows and movies where it's like, you know, it is hard to come up with like, to say that a lot of things that people describe as selfless good deeds have a little bit, even the smallest hint of a little self-serving. Even if it's just to pat yourself on the back for doing it. Not all. I don't like absolutes. The moment I say all, somebody's going to be like, what about this one thing? I'm sure if I thought about it, like, in earnest, I could come up with something, but I'm not thinking that hard tonight because I'm tired. And I'm just here to play this silly little game and zone out. Alright, now you can eat this. Oh, I ended up making 12 of those. Ha! It's funny. Okay, where is Remy? Did I already talk to Remy? Did I have my head up my ass when I talked to Remy? I did not talk to Remy, okay. Because he would give me raw iron. I suppose I could look at my quests, and that would tell me. Ugh, and now I can't scroll. Okay, can I now scroll? Nope. I hate it when it won't let me scroll in and out of my map. Because then I can't see anything. Is Remy in his restaurant? Is Remy even here anymore? He is. Well. Should I go in his restaurant? Sometimes that'll fix things. Woo. Where are we at time-wise? Oh, I have 20 more minutes. Good for me. Alright. He is not in his restaurant, so maybe he is outside his restaurant. Did we make the computer behave? Behave! Nope. Did we make the map behave? Oh, look, we did. Oh, good. There he is. Hello. Good of you to turn up, sir. It's helpful. Did I not? There it is. I was like, where's my little glowy trail thing to help me find him? Hey, you. Hey, you.
Hello.
Well, Lilith, how did things go with the fairy godmother? Who were those desserts meant for anyway? They were for Ursula. The fairy godmother was trying to prove that something you can do, sometimes you can do something nice for someone without expecting anything in return. It didn't work though, or I think it made secretly made Ursula happy. I think it secretly made Ursula happy. Even if she'll never admit it, I'm sure Ursula appreciated the gesture. Here you go, some wrought iron. All right. Yep. That's fine.
Very nice.
Very nice. Fine. Oh, follow the trail of glitter. I just started watering it to clear it. I only did one, but still. Do I need to drop off? There it is. Well, it was here-ish. Okay. Should I not be destroying evidence? Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't be destroying evidence. Okay, hello. Oh, that's Timon. Okay. Oh. The heck is that? Bring the clue to Daisy. Trying to get a headache. We could take some aspirin for it when I take my break, but still. Alright, where is Daisy? There she is. Alright. Is this where I need to fish? It's up here. You sniff that flower, beast. See, those are who needed the flowers distributed around their house, was the beast. He's a flower sniffer. What is that? Is it a Stitch fuzzball?
Just who I wanted
Blue fur. Blue fur! This definitely narrows our suspect list. It has to be Stitch, or I'm sure Vanellope is involved, or I'm totally lost. Help me out here. I'm gonna say that. Blue fur is definitely a certain blue, fluffy blue alien, but I didn't see Stitch at the gala, so I think he had help from a guest, Vanellope. According to Donald, Stitch is a master prankster. I think he's recruited Vanellope as his partner. Uh-oh, that's a dangerous combination right there. Just recently, someone switched every one of Goofy's fishing lures for gummy worms. Someone also filled Remy's salt shakers with sugar. And I found blue fiber at every scene. I didn't realize it was fur. I was thinking fluffy sweater. Sugar and blue fur, it's them. Or so Scrooge was innocent. Or what's the motive? That one. I guess I'm just the latest victim in their prank spree. What do we do now? Or you must be furious. Or I say we retaliate. What do we do now? They need to be stopped before they anger someone who would, let's say, turn them into algae. Lilith, this calls for a sting. You convince them you want in on their next prank and arrange a meeting. I'll surprise them and give them a piece of my mind. Devious plan. Don't you think it's a little mean? Or I'm not a good enough actor to do this. Or I love it. I kind of want to say I love it. Hooray! I'll talk to Stitch, convince him to meet me at the cursed cave with Vanellope. Perfect. Okay. I guess we're doing that then. But this is where... Oh. This is where I need to fish, right? In the forest. Okay. Is perch in orange bubbles? No. Okay. Let's see. My sinuses are also starting to feel a little stuffy. Uh-oh. All right.
It's nice having so many friends.
Well, this is not going to help me in the least then. This fishing rod potion thingy. Uh-oh. Well, bam! Level 3. Excellent. This is cute, this little chair. And this little light. That's cute. That dress? I didn't even notice that. Awesome. Just catch a perch, just willy-nilly in the water. No, of course not. Why would that happen? The forest is such a pain in the butt to go fishing because there's almost no bubbles. Like, I feel like they really reduced the spawn rate of the bubbles up here. And then there's almost no water, so... I mean, comparatively speaking... Alright. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm so ready. That's not a perch either. Hey, Pumbaa. Yeah, there were like 3 bubbles, and now there's nothing. Oh, there's one over there. Okay. Not perfect. Also not going to give me what I want because it's going to get changed to orange. But that's okay. No bubbles. No bubbles. No bubbles. Frickin' hell, I need bubbles.
Hey, got a minute?
Alright, fine. Alright, Pumbaa. Ooh. Ding. Something. Oh, what? Alright. Let's hang out. Now, was it the forest is one of the places?
I've been looking for you, kid.
Those are pebbles. Alright. Oh, it's not. Glade of Trust, Sunlit Plateau, and Forgotten Lands. Alright, so not over here at all. Oh. Oh well, it's fine. I don't care enough. Alright. This is the thrilling... This is why I don't like the digging activity. It's like... Just twiddle my thumbs while I try and find clay. Good job. Good job, little warthog.
Evening, y'all.
Hi. I get back to you. One day. What? There we go. Hey man, what's up? You look very happy. Oh my god. I have visions of the mini quest from like 2 years ago. Although the funny thing is I didn't really register it when I had played the game at the beginning. And I knew I had gotten through that quest. And I knew it was a pain in the ass because everybody wanted like the same stuff. But Minnie did want a ton of clay for her quest. And then I feel like it was like a year or whatever later. And I saw a bunch of people talking about what a pain in the ass. Oh, there we go. Minnie's quest was, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even really think about what a pain in the ass it was to get all that clay for her. And so it was funny that I hadn't really registered what a problem it was. Okay. Well, that was fairly easy. Ugh! More boutique challenges. I don't think I want to fish. Really want Tiana to be level 10. Where is Tiana? She was like running around. Where are we at time-wise? I might try and take my break a little early. Well, I'm gonna go pick up Tiana. Wherever she might be. That was why we were in the map in the first place. There she is. And then I might just run over to the place. Eternity Isle. And hello.
Evening, y'all.
And then we'll scour with her. Let's hang out. So we'll go over here. And then we'll go here. Oh, I should have dropped off the clay and stuff before I left. Oops. But we'll try and do some duties over here, and we'll scour over here, and we'll hopefully level freaking Tiana over here. And then see if we can get her quest resolved. For some reason, I thought she was going to say practically perfect in every way. And I'm like, wait, this is Ursula, not Mary Poppins. Okay. So it's a bit early, but I'm going to take my break now so that I can I'm out of my drink anyway. I need to stretch and I need to take something for this headache that's brewing just under the surface. So I shall return. And yeah, maybe you need a break too. Take a break. All right, I almost forgot which button I needed to push to get back on my stream. I was like, wait, what? When your brain's just like, I don't know what we're doing. We're just doing a thing, right? It's fine. It's fine. Just take whatever capacity, brain capacity we have. Because that's all we got. All right. Is Pumbaa with me? Is he not here? I thought Pumbaa was with me now. Oh no, it's Tiana who's with me now. But where is Tiana? Did I not snag her? Ugh, and now I can't do my map again. Nope, it won't let me do my map at all. Here she comes, and she's hoofing it. So I'm guessing that she is with me. Are you with me?
I want Bill to be happy.
Because you should be. Yes, okay. Alright, so we're gonna scour for a little bit. Remember to take my aspirin, so hopefully this headache that's trying to creep in on me will start to dissipate. Yeah, stop. Oh, yes, hello. Hello, Zero Fox. Oh, no. Nice. There's always a little panic when the gathering stuff generates those short-term little extras. It's like, oh no, quick! Especially here, because everything's on top of each other, because I haven't really done a lot to, you know, spread out the gathering over here in Eternity Isle. Oh crap. So I always expect to not be able to get it all. Need chapstick. All right.
I love looking
Do
up at
I
the
need mining? I kind of feel like I need a mining potion. I don't have a workbench down here. You know what? I'm not gonna bother. Just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it go. I should see what these are. Time bending cords, take a picture, feed a critter. Okay, well. Do that. Is there there is a node over here. Oh. This is what happens when you switch to your camera. then you have your camera equipped instead of your pickaxe. I'm using all my brains. Promise. You're just limited resources tonight. Where is a coin I missed? Ah. Testing me. Oh, man. Well, my son only wants to invite a couple people for his birthday, so I'm really hoping they can come. One of them is already committed, so that's great. And the other one, I've never met, so it's always like, how much time do they need, how their parents need in advance to plan for it? And then also, are their parents going to feel comfortable letting their kid go on a sleepover, you know, with a new kid? I mean, they've been friends, I think, since the beginning of the year, but that's only been, what, 2 months, 3 months? Since August? So who knows? I think people are weirder now about sleepovers than they used to be.
This valley is the most amazing place.
So we'll find out. You got a lot of picking up to do, though. September, the entire house got away from me. And so there's a lot to catch up on. I mean, there's some rooms that are going to be super easy to get back in shape, and there's going to be other rooms that's going to be like, I hate everything. I want to kill it all. Just take it outside and set it on fire. But we'll see. Maybe it'll go easier than I think it will. Probably not. Well, I did start trying to get my little one to start giving up some toys before the holidays, because I'd really like to make some more room. I kind of expect we're on a decline of quantity in favor of quality, because when they're little, their interests are not super defined yet, and so they end up with so many different toys because we're trying to figure out their interests, and they're pretty much excited by just about anything you can get them. And then the older they get, of course, their tastes start to develop and they become more specific about what exactly it is they want. So I'm really hoping that we're on that trend, because this last birthday for my youngest, we focused more on things to do and focus in on really special presents, as opposed to here's a bunch of different toys that you may or may not like for any length of time. And yeah, it'd be great to just get away from quantity. Because as much as I'm going to miss them being little and the novelty of that, I am looking forward to what kind of people they're going to be, and what they're going to like, and what they're really going to get into, and you know, feel like is special. And I know that will change over time. It's not going to be like the thing they pick today is the thing they're going to want for the next 40 years. But my oldest is definitely going down that route of he wants very particular things now. There were a couple of awkward years where it's like, I feel like this is something you'd really like, or he would make, oh, this is cool. And then I end up getting it for him, or getting something similar to it for him, and he'd be like, oh, why'd you do that? And it's like, well, because you seemed like it was cool. It's like, oh, I like just this one little thing about it. And it's like, oh, okay. Never mind. Still appreciative, just kind of like, what is this about, Mom? Like, oh. Well, when you were little and you were excited about something random, you were really into it for a while. And now apparently it's just a comment. And he goes back and forth because he likes things. He's a collector person. But the refinement process is definitely underway, so. But it's tough. It's tough going through stuff with kids because they think things look cool, especially if they haven't seen them for a while or played with them in a while, so then it becomes almost like a new thing again. But then they don't they play with it for a little bit after you bring it to their attention, and then they'll start blowing it off again. And it's just like, okay, I don't think you actually care about this thing. I think you only cared about it because I was like, hey, look at this thing that you haven't looked at in a while. Itch. Ugh, that's something else I really need to do. So my older son has been dealing with congestion because it hasn't rained here in quite a while. And he was like, hey, can you turn on the humidifier or bring out the humidifier? And our humidifier died last year. And so I'm like, oh, I really need to replace that. So I might make some effort in the next couple days to really pick out a new one. It's a shame too, because the one we had one like, we got one when he was born and it died. And then we got another one to replace it, but I think it was just a cheap one. And it died. So the last one I bought worked really well. Worked better than the previous two. I liked it a lot better. And I'm not sure exactly what happened to it, but it just stopped working. I don't know if a part got damaged, like maybe somebody banged into it or something like that, but something made it just stop putting out mist. So I was like, well, shit. And hadn't really thought about it until my son came up and was like, can you please put on the humidifier? I'm like, oh no, we don't have one. But it probably would help him quite a bit because I told him, I'm like, you need to drink water and you need to like get warm beverages going on to help loosen up the crud because obviously he's got congestion. It's just dry, super dry right now.
I wonder what sort of special ingredients grow.
I think it's supposed to rain this weekend, which kind of sucks considering we have some outdoor Halloween things we want to do, but that's the way it goes. Like, oh, you have plans? Not for long. These flowers are super cute. These glowing ones. I'm thinking about when I finally really redo the whole area where my little house is over here. I want to decorate with some of these flowers, these luminescent ones. Because I've got all those lantern type things and the flower, like the flower lanterns and the anemone ones that glow. And I think little glowing flowers. I think that's going to be kind of a tedious process, but I think it'll work. I've seen people do like use flowers for decorating and it looks really cute when they do, but I just imagine it's such a tedious process getting the flowers to go exactly where you want them, because it's not like you can just place them on a square. You have to drop them and hope they go where you want them to go. So I've got an idea of how to do it, but it's just going to be a tedious process getting it done. Hopefully worth it though. I might pick it up. So my husband and I are starting to get into the end game stuff of this season of Diablo. And I'm looking forward to more stuff, and I'm also like dreading it because I just spent a bunch of money and resources to upgrade all the stuff that I have, because I was kind of holding out, hoping for like, usually what happens is you'll be on a certain difficulty, you'll kind of max out the kind of gear you can get, and then you switch to a new difficulty, and all of a sudden you start getting better gear, and so you switch all your stuff again. And I'd been kind of holding out, and I still haven't gotten better gear, so I'm just like, well, I'll spend a bunch of money and resources to upgrade the stuff that I have, and I just know that once I really commit, I'm gonna end up with stuff that I want to trade it out for, and I'm gonna be like, God dang it. Because honestly, I've been struggling to have enough money this season. Usually I'm just drowning myself in money to where no matter what I want, I can pretty much buy it. And this season so far, I haven't been. I'm wondering if it's because I've not been... A lot of times when, if I play without my husband, I'll do all the like the side missions and just running around. And because I haven't really been doing that by myself, I feel like that's probably why I'm hurting for money so much. So, oh well. I think there's another node up here. I love my wings, I love them so much. Oh, that's not a flower to pick. That's a flower in a pot. Hello, sir.
You're always welcome at my restaurant.
Have I gotten any shinies? I could look, but that would make it easy, right?
Time to sleep. See ya.
Alright, I have fish to drop off even though they don't live here. That's okay. I do have stuff I can drop off here. Go ahead and do this, and then that. I'm gonna go ahead and drop those off, even though they don't live here, because I don't want to carry them around. What are you doing, Fox Zero?
I'm so glad we met.
Zero Fox 30. Oh, I did get a shiny. Good for me. Maybe I won't have to do this part for too long then. Hey Wally, how you doing, buddy? You're so cute. I want Wally and Kronk to have a conversation. I think that would be adorable. Of course, I just want Kronk. Can I have Kronk, please? What day is the 29th? Is that Tuesday? I'm trying to think of what I'm going to be doing at work when that happens. Oh, I might have meetings that day. I'll have to watch it. I might have to watch it later, not live. I mean, watching it live won't help. Like, I won't be able to gain anything by watching it live, apart from just knowing as soon as possible. But there have been a couple of them where I've been doing things at work where I can just listen to... Usually I'm listening to a book or music or content or just whatever. But occasionally I've caught some of those
Sweet dreams.
live events that they've done live while doing work, because I just do a lot of stuff that I'm allowed to listen while at work. And I like to because it silences the internal circus that is my brain. Yeah, get it. Go over here. I think I had to move that tree to get it out of my way, and it's still in my way. Get. Alright, so now I'm gonna go back down. I'm gonna drop off the rest of this crap. Wait, is there a chest up here? Yes. So I'll just drop you in here. You and you and you. Okay. Let's make sure I'm paying attention. I thought I only needed 2. I need 3. Alright. I need to get a yellow pitcher plant for Elsa. I can't do this tonight. This fishing for perch is going to be a problem, I think. Oh. Serve a meal in the restaurant. Sell 2 meals. Well, we're here. Let's go in. See what we can feed somebody. Popsicle, maybe? Popsicle. Oh, you know what I should do while I'm here? Do I want to do it while I'm here? I'm trying to gather, seeds for everything. And this morning I bought everything over in Eternity Isle, but I have not purchased everything in... No, I bought everything in the valley. I have not bought everything in Eternity Isle yet. Because I decided I'm not going to just grow pumpkins anymore. I'm going to grow everything. Because I'm starting to run through... Like, sugarcane is crazy low right now, considering how much space I have for it. Because I've just used a ton... Either through experimentation or make this many meals or this many things or whatever. And so I was like, I should probably restock my stores on that stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. Donka. I'm going to feed a capybara over here. Because one of my things is feed a critter. Somebody sit over here, but I don't know if I want to bother. I see you down there, Jafar. Oh, it was Stitch. Oh, well, why don't we talk to Stitch while we're here? Break up this... Ooh, look at the... Okay. How can Stitch help Lilith? I know about the glitter prank you and Vanellope pulled at Daisy's Gala. Ooga taba. No, don't worry. I just want in. So funny. Nice work. Or the next one could be better. Or I'll show you amateurs how it's done. So funny. Nice work. Oojaba. Can you and Vanellope meet me at the cursed cave? Because it makes absolute sense, doesn't it? Say it does, please. Or it's the coolest hideout. Or we'll plan the biggest prank ever. The coolest hideout? Okitaka. Stitch excited. Okay. Got all my glowing stuff. And then if I added the luminous flowers over here too. I'm excited. Okay. Please give me a shiny gem. At some point, a third shiny gem. See, I feel like they're not gonna fall for my setup, though. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Vanellope. If I approached Vanellope and said that stuff to her, she'd be like, "No." But I'm not sure about Stitch. Like, if Stitch would be like, "Oh yeah, you're totally on board," and get tricked by it, I just feel like they're not gonna fall for it, you know?
My neighbors are good. Yes.
Your neighbors are good. And I love the fact that these are pink and then those are like a yellowy orange. Like, I want all the glowing things over here. And then the ones in the water. It's just so pretty at night. What's up, Goofy? Oh, hey, you. Take this cabbage. There we go. Mine 2 minerals. I am actively doing that. Oh, was that plant? Damn it. All right, that's fine. We'll do it. It'll be okay. It'll all work out. So I found a collection of like classic horror stories. Most of them are kind of ghost stories or very like, I've read a lot of short horror stories and a lot of them have similar themes or similar ideas. So it's interesting to me to be like, I wonder if this was the first iteration of this kind of story. Like, there was one that I read where I don't remember like the beginning. It was very simple, and like it was like a guy comes to town and meets a woman and decides that he wants to marry her and she's agreeable to it, and then they go off to his house, and when they get there she's dead. And then he calls the constable or whatever and shows up and is like, "Oh my gosh, you know, how did she get up here?" And the guy's like, "What do you mean?" And it's like, "Well, she was guillotined this morning." And then they untie a ribbon on her neck and her head falls off. And, you know, there's several iterations I've read of that story. But it's like, was this the first version of that? And some of the stories, you know, I'm familiar with, but have never actually formally read. So it's kind of fun. Like, they had Rip Van Winkle in there, which I'm like, is this really a horror story? I mean, I guess the fact that he goes to sleep, doesn't realize it, wakes up, and it's 20 years later, or what, however many years later it is. It's like, is this really considered a horror story? And there are some that it's like, where it's like, if you think about, like, what it would be like for this to actually happen to you, I could see that being creepy. But, like, you know, it's not something I would necessarily consider a horror story, but maybe at the time, because if you know, put yourself in the person's shoes and it actually happened to you, it would be disturbing, at least. But it's kind of neat going back and reading stories like that. It's also neat. One of my favorite things is to read like older science fiction and just all the things that we have done since those stories were written. And it's like, were we inspired to make some of this stuff because of stories like this? Or, you know, like there's been some things where it's like, technology wise, where it's like, and they had no idea. Like, this was just an idea that they had, and now it's a reality for us. You know, like some of the screens and communications and stuff, and then other things where it's like, well, it didn't turn out quite like you imagined it back in 1910, but we kind of got there in a different way, and it's similar to this concept you had before we even really had the precursors to it, you know. So I do like reading that kind of stuff too. But it's been fun. It's a kind of a light way to get into the horror mood. I read a couple of books that I saw on some lists of recommendations where I was like, you know, that was okay. Like, I have read a lot of stuff by the same authors. Like I've gone through like stretches of Stephen King. I really like Stephen King, whether or not he's your cup of tea or not. But I've read a lot of Stephen King. I have read a lot of, I've read a lot of Philip K. Dick's short stories. I really need to make some time to read some of his novels. But like when you read an author for the first time and it's like, ooh, I don't know if this, am I just not used to your writing yet, or am I just not jiving, you know, with your writing style? Like, which is it? Is it me? Oh, I didn't mean to give you that. I meant to give you a cabbage. Autopilot brain clicked the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Sure is.
Sorry, little dude. I'll feed you again in a second. I don't know if it'll count, but maybe I'll feel better. Thank you. That one. But yeah, I can't remember. Was it Jack Ketchum? John Ketchum? It's a book called Joyride. It was okay. I feel like I've either seen or read variations of that story as well. But it was interesting. I don't know if I totally was into his writing style. But I didn't regret reading it. Just different than what I'm used to. And maybe that's one of the things I like about like short stories, is that if I'm not totally into a writer's style, it's not a super long story that I'm like slogging through where I'm like, ugh. I don't know where that little capybara went. I pissed him off with the berry salad. I'm so sorry, I didn't like a berry salad. I give you cabbage, I promise, if you just show your ass back up. Probably not. You're like, I hate you. Oh, there he is. I give you a cabbage. Here. Good for you. Alright, I'm almost afraid to look at her progress, but let's check it out. Oh. Did I finally finish doing that? Feeding the capybaras their favorite food. She's so close. Okay. All I really need is a shiny. Did I get a shiny? I did get a shiny. Feed villagers. That's not it. I wish I could use my mouse wheel to switch my tool. That would be really nice. Because, oh, there she went. Because the time bending staff is on number 7, which is difficult to do with my, you know, one hand without having to look, because it's a stretch to get over there. And I'm like, wait, where is that 7? And inevitably I'll push the 6. Do I really want to finish doing stuff in here? Not really. Oh, look, a yellow pitcher plant. I need that. Okay. Alrighty, alright. So let's put all the flowers except for that one in there. And then we can throw you in there, and you in there, and you in there. Thought I saw something else that was over here. I don't see it now, so I'm gonna eat that just to get it out of my inventory. And I'll eat that for funsies. All right. So now, what's up with you?
Oh.
There's such a big, bright community here. It feels just like home. Villagers on parade. Today's the day, Lilith, and I have everything ready. Ooh, what do you have ready? Just a little something I've been working on for a while. Are you ready? Yes. I'm going to bring something new to the valley, a long-held New Orleans tradition. We're going to have ourselves a Mardi Gras parade. I figured that's what she was talking about when she was when she mentioned something like that before. A what? A Mardi Gras parade. In New Orleans, we celebrate a special holiday called Mardi Gras every year. And one of the best parts of Mardi Gras is dressing up in special costumes and watching a parade, or better yet, being in one. So I want to do the Dreamlight Valley version. That way I can share some of my hometown traditions and let folks bring their own spark to it too. That sounds so fun. Now, usually a parade has lots of floats, but I'm not sure that would work here. So instead, I thought Daisy could help us by making a fancy parade float mask for you to wear, since you'll be the leader. Great idea. I'll do my best as a parade leader.
Of course.
I know you will. Why don't you go see Daisy and talk fashion? I'm sure she'll have some swell ideas for what else you can wear. While you do that, I have some secret items of my own to get together. On my way. All right. Well, now I need to see Daisy for two things, but first... Ooh. Well, there's Elsa. Where are we going? There we go. I was like, come on now. Let me find Elsa. Ah. Hello?
It's snowing.
I'm happy to
Good
see
thing the
you
cold
too.
doesn't
I have something
bother
to give you. You can have this yellow pitcher plant. Yup. Alright, that's halfway there.
That was fun.
And now... Okay, still need to do that. Oh, crap. Crap on a crapper. Crap on a crapper? Really? Okay. Words and stuff. Okay. I knew there was something else I wanted to stick in there. Okay, so let's see if I can find you. As I need to level him as well. Hey, what's up, butt munch? Let's hang out. And then I want to go over here and drop off all these stones and stuff. That. And can I scoochy scooch that? Okay, perfect. Now, let's find Daisy. You're not Daisy. Hey, Daisy. Yes. Oop. Hi. Hey, Daisy.
Just who I wanted
What's
to see.
new? Tell me everything. Well, let's start with the glittered gala. So did Stitch agree to meet you at the cursed cave with Vanellope? Yes, he did. Then it's time to spring the trap. Come on, let's go to the cursed cave together, Lilith. No, I need to talk to you first. Hey, Daisy, I heard that you're dipping your toes into mask making. That's right. After all, every big occasion calls for the perfect mask. And a parade is certainly a fabulous occasion. Tiana told me you might be stopping by.
Oh.
Now hold still a moment. I need to get some measurements. So, I've never been fitted for a mask before, or Tiana must have seemed excited. That one. Hold still. Okay. All right, done. I'll start working on your parade float mask right away. So cool. Can't wait to see how it will turn out. About that, I wouldn't be doing my duty as a designer if I didn't try to match this to your parade outfit. What will you be wearing? I hadn't thought about that yet. From what I understand about New Orleans, it's full of exciting and fun people. Maybe I should dress up in something bold. Absolutely. Let's see. Well, Tiana told me that the parades can be quite playful. What if you also wear something quirky? Can do. Perfect. Now, while I'm working on the mask, could you help Tiana some more? Of course. What does she need? She mentioned that she needed something to mark the start of the parade. What about a balloon parade arch as a tribute to New Orleans? No problem. I can work on that. Okay. Well... Hey. Where are we looking at time-wise? Oh, good. We're making good time. Considering all the scouring I did. Sometimes when I scour, I'm like, okay, 4 hours later, we might be done. Cook with seafood, sell to... Oh. Well, I can do that. So. Okay. Yes. Okay. 3 fish. Oh, look at that. Hey, you. Talking to you. Hey. Mister. I don't know if I need your counsel. Okay, any questions for me? I have watched your work here for quite some time, and you seem to be exhaustingly virtuous. Do you not tire of endlessly serving others' needs? I was destined to help people, or it's how I win everyone's trust, or I am so tired. To be fair, I am so tired. Well, perhaps you ought to unburden yourself of some duties and rest. Why, I could take numerous responsibilities off your shoulders. No thanks, bestie. Not gonna happen, or you're really not subtle about looking for control. That one. Dear Lilith, whatever could you mean? I do like calling him bestie, though, because it annoys him. Alright, so 3 seafood. Right? Okay. That's really not what I wanted to do. That's really not what I wanted to do. That's probably not what I wanted to do. Excuse me, there are bubbles right there. Here? There we go. Annoying. For real. That's not seafood. This probably won't be either, because this potion on this fishing rod seems to last forever. Great. Blue bubbles. Let's see what happens with that. I think that might count. That's not where that lives. Oh, just fish. I'm paying attention. I thought it was catch 3 seafood. It's cook with seafood. That's what it is. Alright, my brain just melded them into one. Alright. Change my outfit. I don't wanna. Alright, I am cooking with seafood. So I'm going to do something really simple. Like that. Harvest 5 vegetables. Bring 2 gifts. What does Gaston actually want today? No, not Gaston. Jafar. Red daisy, red bellflower, and red nasturtium. None of which are here. Who else is here? I feel like I've already given presents to... Gumbo and blue zircon. Sausage and sauerkraut platter. Okay. Well... This is not how we do things. This is not how we do things. Okay. Meals. 3 ingredients. That almost looks like rice, potatoes, and whatever they've used for sausage. Is it a pork sausage? This is not how I want to do that. I would much rather be in Chez Remy. That's not rice. It's sauerkraut. Is that cabbage? I don't like sauerkraut, so I don't actually know what it's made with. So would that be pork? Cabbage? And potatoes? Fuck yes! Alright. I love it. I love it when I'm just like, this seems like it might be right. And then it is the thing. Alright, so that was what now? Sausage and sauerkraut platter. So that was pork, cabbage, and potato. Fuck yeah! I love it when I get it. That's what makes the other one so frustrating. Okay. So the other one is gumbo. Kind of feel like gumbo might end up being one of those things where it's like, it could be combinations of these 20 ingredients. Why? Okay, so gumbo is also Dreamlight Valley? Not Dreamlight Valley. It is not an Eternity Isle. It is a Dreamlight Valley. Alright. Oh, I've had it before. I haven't made it before. Well, it looks like shrimp. And leaves. That's what it looks like. It looks like shrimp and leaves in tomato soup. That is not what gumbo is, though. I feel like gumbo has rice, though. Right? All right, gumbo recipe. I'm seeing rice. How do you have the steps for the recipe before you actually have the ingredients for the recipe? Oh, and then they repeat the ingredients or the directions. Great. Okay, how many? It's got 5 ingredients. Okay, I'm seeing flour and oil for the roux. And then celery, green bell pepper. Okay, let's just do bell pepper, onion, green onions, parsley, garlic, Cajun seasoning, chicken broth, sausage, but we can't use meat because it's not an Eternity Isle recipe. Chicken, so also not that. Shrimp and rice. So, I'm assuming shrimp And I'm assuming rice. Have to be in it. This is probably where I go wrong. Rice. Now, how about this? What are the core ingredients of gumbo? The roux, okra, sausage, bay leaves. Well, we have okra. Celery, peppers, onions. So how about we try... We don't have celery. We do have celery, but it's not from Dreamlight Valley. So let's do onion. And pepper. Let's do onion and chili pepper. Let's do onion and garlic wasn't mentioned. Thyme, parsley. We don't have those. I'm just gonna try garlic. Okay. Oregano. Cayenne pepper. This one had... This one did have garlic. Authentic Cajun. New Orleans Creole. Like, does it have wheat for flour? No. Flour, bacon dripping, celery, onion, green bell pepper, garlic, sausage, beef bouillon, sugar, salt, hot pepper sauce, Cajun seasoning. Is there anything that would count as Cajun seasoning from... I don't think any of those things would count as Cajun seasoning. That's Eternity Isle. Tomato sauce. Nope. Potato. I know it's not, but mushrooms were not. Cucumber. Not. And it wasn't pepper. Corn. No. Broccoli. No. Celery, even though we know it doesn't go in there. And it's not this pepper? Okay. What's in this recipe? Red beans and rice. But we're not doing red beans and rice. Yeah, the trinity is a must, which consists of onions, bell peppers, and celery. Maybe it's not okra. Maybe it's garlic. Maybe it's bite me. What other veggies? Peppers. What? Oh, I was like, where did all my ingredients go? Corn. It's not that. Leek. Potato. Flour. We don't have bay leaves. And there's okra again. Is it 2 shrimps? No. Okay. Well, I've tried to add the main things. Butter. No. Canola. No. Eggs. No. Random bullshit. No. Okay. Brew is the foundation. Well, they didn't really afford me the ability to do that. So, gumbo. Recipe. DTV. Ugh. So no rice. Do you have to serve gumbo with rice? Okay, so no, but it is traditionally served over steamed white rice. And sometimes potato salad. So even though it is traditionally served with rice, it doesn't have to be, and that's why they didn't freaking include it. So it was it onion, pepper, chili? That's not where it lives. Chili peppers. Was it tomato? Nope. What was it? Okra. Was it not pepper? Was it tomato? It's that one. Yep. There it is. So I had a lot of the ingredients except for the fact that I was adding in that rice. Because every recipe was like, serve it over rice, serve it over rice. So I was like, surely they must need the rice. They did not. Okra, shrimp, chili pepper, tomato, and onion. There we go. Just doing it. I'm just gonna suck it up. Do it. So, what did I need to do in here? Bring 2 gifts. Change my outfit. What if I don't want to change my outfit? There. Did it not work? Oh, it did. It just didn't do a little pop-up. Okay. Sell 2 fish. Bring 2 gifts. Well, I need to serve stuff in here. Leek soup and vanilla macarons. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Leek soup is an appetizer, right? Nope. An entree. There we go. And was it vanilla macarons? Macarons? Macas? All the way down. Yeah. There we go. They're so cute in their little box.
That's it. Step right up.
I have your order. Take it. Is that someone making noise outside, or is that actually thunder? It's kind of hard to tell. Like, it sounds like somebody could be, like, wheeling their trash bin back to their house.
Oh,
But also it could sound like thunder in the distance. Sounds are weird. Told my son he should look into being a Foley. Isn't that what they are? The people that make noises for like movies and stuff?
Have an enjoyable evening.
Alright, where's Timon and where's Pumbaa? Nowhere. Well, there's Timon. Hey, Vanellope. You causing trouble? Probably. Hey, you.
Quit lying around and get over here.
Alright. I have something to give you. You may have this. Hey, I figured out that one on my own. Good for me, you know? I really know you, huh? But on that note, I don't want to talk to you. Where's Pumbaa? Is he hanging around? Is he over here somewhere? Seriously. Okay. There he is. Ooh.
Hey, got
Hey.
a minute?
Yes. We're all lucky. I have something to give you. Gumbo. Oh, he's got level 4. Look at you go.
For me? Gee,
You're welcome. What's your level 10 outfit? Oh, okay. That sounds like rain. Is it supposed to rain tonight? Oh, National Weather Service. What is it? Oh, it's supposed to be chillier tomorrow. Yeah, now all of a sudden it says rain today. It does not say rain this weekend. Honestly, it did for a bit, and I was like, no. Yeah. 100% chance at 10 o'clock, and then nothing before it and nothing after it. And, yeah. That's funny. We haven't had rain in several weeks now. So, we're in desperate need of it, that's for sure. But I was afraid it was going to happen when we went out to do, like, outdoor Halloween things. I was like, please don't. Catch 3 seafood, sell 2 fish. How many more? 16 out of 25. That's quite a bit. There's your scramble coin situation. Level 3 scramble coin. I will probably lose to him. No, I don't feel like it. Okay. Do I have fish to sell? Not fish I want to sell. If I go if I go crap catchy fish, the hell kind of word salad was that? What the hell was that? Why did my brain do that? Or was it just my mouth making weird shit up as I was speaking? I don't even know. It's fine. If I just fish not in bubbles, can I catch some crappy fish that I can then sell? I think I can just sell the cod. How many fish do I actually have to catch? That is plastic. Thanks. Awesome. If I catch 3 plastic in a row in the same spot, I will move on to another spot. There. Is that not what I need? Catch 3 seafood. Dang it, woman. Every time I think that though, I think, damn it, Bobby. I love her fishing like that. You're too cute, Belle. You're too cute. Well, I can still sell those crappy fish. That is something I can still do, even though I didn't need to catch them. Sure.
There's a beach.
Oh.
I just love that.
Please be seafood.
Oh, there it is.
Children are awake. They don't have school tomorrow, so they get a little bit of liberty for their bedtime, but it's still just like, God dang it, go to bed. Okay. Harvest and plant. Perfectly fine. Oh, excuse you. Stop running into shit. Man, that thunder is rolling in. Oh, and the rain has started. There we go. I hear my child go, holy crap! Because it did. It hasn't rained in a while, so it's just like, whoo.
Hi there, pal.
It's funny.
Hey! Sure, it works for me.
Well, I guess we'll find out if our Halloween decorations will take it. That is one nice thing about it being dry, is that it's like, oh, at least the decorations are safe. Because until you test them, you're not quite sure. Okay. Sell 2 fish. Feed a capybara. But what? Oh, I still need to sell those 2 fish. I'm trying to get as many duties done, if you haven't ever been here when I've done this, over here in Eternity Isle, because I want mist. Because I actually use my mist, whereas Dreamlight, I'm not as, like, I don't use it as frequently. So.
Yep, so long.
So I usually try to do it over here. Since it's... I have run myself out of mist before. Or virtually, because
Definitely use some shit.
inevitably the stuff I create is not, like, getting me down to 0 mist, but it's getting me down to where I can't make anything else. That's not what I want. I don't want a basil berry salad. I want a regular berry salad. Thank you very much. There. Where are we at? Oh, good. Keep thinking, oh man, I'm using up so much time, and then I look over, I'm like, oh, I'm still doing pretty good. See? 4 more Dreamlight duties. Okay, I could feed a capybara. I could add 3 decorations to Ancient's Landing. Don't really want to. Is there a capybara I haven't fed yet? I I fed the blue one. I fed the black one. The classic is available and the tune is available. You are in the Grove and you are in the Grasslands. Okay. Well, let's go to the Grasslands then. Out of my beverage. That sucks. Not here. Is up there considered the Grasslands as well? Yep. Hey, you. Take this cabbage. Boing, boing, boing. You little spring butt. Boom. Be a capybara. Time-bending scramble coin. Bring a friend their favorite gift. Oh, I'm up to 40,000. That's pretty nice. Alright, yeah. And that rain was not playing around. It showed up for serious. What do I have on my person? It's fine. Itchy nose. Itchy nose. Where is that? It's up here. In my completely crowded craft room. Flowers are over there. I had to think about which door it was. Oh no, I don't want to use that. Go away. Oh, you know what I should do while I'm here? I should craft that thing for Daisy. For... Cute. Make it. Okay. Yeah, I'll get to you, Tiana. Okay, so he wants a red bellflower. And a red nasturtium. Split. Take it. Is that here? Split. Take it. What else do you want? You wanted like 3 red flowers. No! Everything here is so sparkly. That was not a compliment. So I have this movie you should watch. Daisy. That was the other one. You don't think he'd like Twilight? With sparkling vampires? Oh, that's what we watched. We did not watch Twilight. We watched Van Helsing. I'd seen it pop up as kind of like a good starting place for kids. And it's kind of a fun action-y movie, but it introduces a lot of like the classic. There's like Frankenstein and Dracula, and I think Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is in there too, and the wolf, like the werewolf. Anyway, so we tried it out on the kids, and my younger one pooped out. He was invested at first, and then he was just like, I want to do something else. But my older kid watched it. So it was fun. I was like, I feel like we watched something. But I hadn't seen it probably since it came out. I think it came out while I was still working at Blockbuster. So I know I saw it when I was still working there. Because we watched a ton of movies while I was working there. But yeah. Saying vampires made me think of it, not the sparkly part. Oh, apparently I have a thing. Alright, so let's put that on our furniture. Parade. Festival Arch. The princess. And the frog. Okay. I need 2 more royal tasks, but I don't think I'm going to do them here. Oh, mine 4 rock spots. Wow. I will, because I want the mist. Excuse me, Scar. Where's Jafar? No idea. All right. Two. Ah. 3. And 4. There we go. Three splinters of fate. And this is where I finish this particular duty, and then it's like, do 25 more duties. Because it would totally work out that way. Talk to a skilled huntress on 4 paws. Okay. So, is she hanging around? Nala? I do not see Nala. I need to go back over to the Whatchamahooza. Nope, this is not what we're doing. We're dropping off crap. Stop, no. And that's fine.
Have a good evening.
The valley. That's where I want to go. Hey, you. What's up? Can't wait for the parade. I talked with Daisy already about the mask, and I crafted a nice arch for you to mark the start of the parade. Thank you, Lilith. I think you've got the Mardi Gras spirit already. I've been hard at work, too. I think I've planned out a good parade route.
I see.
Care to follow me to the spot I picked to start things off? Totally. Let's go.
Bye now.
I bet it's not here. I bet it's over in the valley. Which is fine. Okay, just want to drop off some stuff. Excuse me. Just move him out of the way. And you too, Moana. Just get the hell out of my way. Nope. Need to figure out what time we're at. What time is it? Okay. Time is it? What? Oh, there we go. It's like, wait. Why can't I do stuff? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I need to wrap it up, though. Oh my good lord. All that is your rewards? Holy crap on a cracker. That's a lot of stuff. Is it because it's like multiple pieces instead of it being like a whole costume outfit? But that's it. Okay. I want to do these two. I want to feed villagers and talk to a skilled huntress. That's what I want to do. And then... I don't think we'll have time for those. It's okay. And just as much as it was here, that storm, it's like done now. I wonder if it's still gonna do more, if that was literally all it was. If that's what it was, then it wasn't enough. We need more rain than that. Hey, Trouble. I'm gonna go in here and see if I have better quantities of people requiring food. Nope. Popcorn and banana pie. I guess every little thing I can do. Popcorn and banana pie. Well, one of them's a dessert. Banana pie. Is popcorn also a dessert? There was something I did the other day that I was like, that's a dessert? Popcorn is a dessert. It doesn't have anything sweet. I mean, corn arguably could be considered kind of sweet, but I wouldn't count it as innately a sweet treat.
Yeah.
Now, if it was like kettle corn, right? I have your order. Is this the second meal I fed you in the restaurant today, Anna? I feel like it is.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, Stitch, I have your order. Taka, you're welcome. Do I have any new customers in Chez Remy? Come on, loading screen. It ain't that hard. Also in my way, Jafar. Stab. Okay. Okay. Nobody. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to wrap it because I'm starting to zone out. And we're 5 minutes away, 4 minutes away from the end. So, I may or may not be here on Sunday. I will update the Twitch panel and the Twitch schedule tab if I cancel. It is highly likely, considering we have Halloween shenanigans pretty much all weekend. And then I am still planning on being off next Thursday, because that is actually Halloween, although we may not have anything planned, and I may just get a bug up my butt and go, you know what, screw it, I'm going to stream. But for now, I've got it canceled because my husband's like, we should watch these movies. So we might make time to watch a scary movie on Halloween, even though it's a Thursday, and Thursdays kind of suck for holidays like that. But I think that's everything. So I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are. And I'll see you next
I have
time.
the most wonderful
Bye.
new book to read.